Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be reviewing another product. Now, this product is going to be very familiar, and many of you are going to have seen this product and seen me do this video only last year. Now, the reason I'm doing this video again is purely because they've sent me another one. Now, I didn't ask for it, but in the same sense, my license actually ran out on my old one, so I can't actually update to the later cars, and I can't do nothing I actually want to do. Yes, it's still functional and working, but obviously when the license runs out, instead of renewing it, it's just easier for me to just get another one. And the company did send me another one. And I know many of you guys actually enjoyed it when I actually kept using this tool, because this tool had to be one of my probably greatest scan tools ever. It was cheap, affordable, easy to use, easy to carry around. And it was just so compact, but yet so powerful. And obviously the software that's built into it is obviously very powerful as well, very reliable, and it don't go wrong. So let's get onto this video and let's do the review of this new product that I've actually been sent.
Goddamn, get it done, will ya? Woo. When the blow up now, everybody's so unusual with it. Shit. But said times in his rhymes, cause his memories. We running through New York, so you know.
Okay guys, so as you'll see here, this is this scan tool. Now, many of you will probably recognize the scan tool and would have seen it on a previous video I'd done last year. I was actually using this scan tool a lot. And that's purely because there's nothing that this scan tool cannot do, especially for my needs anyway. I enjoy it because it's small, compact, yet very powerful. It's fully bi-directional. It gives accurate fault codes. It points you in the right direction. It can do coding, which I've used it many times in Volkswagen and Audi to code out certain things. I had a seatbelt light, lights, things like that. It allows you to do that. It can do everything you actually want. Now, I'm pretty glad they actually did send me a new one, because obviously, like I said, my license actually ran out and I didn't really want to renew it. It just made sense for them to send me another one. So I've got another 2 years with the licenses to just be able to update all the cars when and if needed. Now, it's very just compact, and it only comes with 2 things inside it, but that's all you need for this scan tool. And it is well worth the money. Now, on Amazon, I believe they're around £600, which is not expensive for what this scan tool can do. Now, if many of you guys don't know, Otofix is actually made in Germany. So the scan tool and the company itself is actually in Germany. The UI, which is the software, is actually run by AUTEL. Now, AUTEL do sell these on their website as well. The Otofix, they also sell their own make ones as well that look exactly like this without the name Otofix. But I trust it thoroughly because it is an AUTEL device. Obviously, where it's made in Germany, my other one still hasn't gone wrong and is still in use today. And this is why I chose to review another one for them, because I'm a high believer in this scan tool and it's great for what it actually delivers on. As I said, I found nothing this scan tool cannot do. Now, as many of you guys know, I do have a lot of the Otofix tools. I've got the Otofix IM1, I've got the Otofix D1, I've got quite a few of their tools. Now inside here, you'll see that's the scan tool right here. Now, you can see this is the actual tablet itself. You can see there's got a camera, and it's really nicely laid out. It's really nice as well. So we've got a nice rugged feel, and it's just slim, compact, and just neat, you know. And obviously you can see up here, you've got the QC stickers all on the screw. So if any of you wanted to tamper with it, they would know that it stands for quality control. Inside here, you've got obviously your plug, you've got your USBs, you've got everything there that you need to connect up to. The last one actually sent me didn't actually come with a UK plug, but now they've started including it. And at the top here, you've also got your Bluetooth dongle. Now this does usually have a light on it, and it usually charges once it's been plugged into the OBD, of course. This is Bluetooth, so it just plugs in to your OBD port and it will read it very easily. It's been very accurate with me, and I've never had no issues with it. What we're gonna go ahead and do is we are gonna plug it up to the car and use it and show you what it can and can't do and what fault codes it can actually read. You'll see here, I'll just turn it on. Just turn it right on. You can see Otofix, your friendly consultant. You'll see here as well, we've got this screen protector on it, which I won't pull off. But you can see here when it loads up, it will load into like an AUTEL system. It's very familiar for many of you guys. If you do have an AUTEL, you'll know the layout very well. You just wait here, you can see here's an Android-based tablet like they all are. And it does boot in straight away without the need of you having to click an icon. You can see there, just like a familiar AUTEL layout. And if you can see, you've got diagnostics, service, settings, data manager, battery test, VCI manager, update, Maxi viewer, support, OEM authorization, remote desktop, Max tools, quick link, user feedback, and Maxi video. Now, if you see here, the battery test, they do a lot of devices to attach onto their Otofix. So basically, you can buy a battery analyzer from Otofix as well. Otofix are really, really good at the moment. They're bringing out a lot of different devices to attach on to your scan tool, and their aim is to aim for mostly garages and home DIY. This is the one for the home DIY that they want to try and push out, which is the Otofix D1. The D1 Pro is the one they want to push out for garages mostly, which is the bigger screen one. But this one's mostly for DIY use, because realistically, it is true, why do you need such a big screen one when realistically this one can do it all with a smaller screen? You can see there, obviously, search bar as well there. Now we are going to have to connect this to the Wi-Fi. So what I'm going to quickly do is I'm going to have to get out of here somehow and connect it up to the Wi-Fi. So if we just go here, we go to system settings, and we can go to Wi-Fi right here and just connect it to the Wi-Fi. And obviously once you connect it to Wi-Fi, it will then say that where you have to enter your AUTEL ID and enter your password. So I'm going to have to enter mine right now. So we'll just enter that. So if you can see there, once I've signed in, it then asks me to register with the device serial number. So obviously it's mainly just to register it. So this is what I said to you guys on previous videos. This is how manufacturers do it now, to stop you being able to sell the scan tool on, so people have to buy a new one, or you got to give them your account. Now obviously I wouldn't sell this on because my account is linked to all my AUTEL devices, so I actually need it. But as you can see here, once you click register, you're registering the basic VCI. So it says serial number registration succeeded, your device is successfully registered. And once you click OK, then it will let you access everything else. So then you can set up here what you want. Language will be set to English. So we click OK, update successful. Then obviously we can just go into update and see what we can update here. So we'll just go to the update. And there's probably a lot of different updates, guys, on this, because you can't expect them to come fully updated out the box, because AUTEL, as many of you guys know, are constantly updating their stuff. So you can see there's quite a few for every manufacturer. So we're just going to go ahead and update them all. We're going to update the operating system first. And then what we'll do, it will let us upgrade everything else once we've done the operating system. Okay guys, so as you can see there, we're now just fully updating all the car manufacturers on here. And if you can see there, you can see my license is now valid to 2025 because it's new, and that's my serial number right there. You've also got here the renew now, which is $219 a year. Now, that's how much it is to obviously renew it if it runs out. But you won't really have to renew anything on this if you don't do any of the later cars. The only reason you would have to update this is to be able to read and diagnose and do everything you want to do on the newer cars that keep coming out every year. If you only specialize like me, the older cars like E60s, older Porsches, things like that, you won't need to bother with the license, because the license is basically useless. You ain't gonna gain any new features whatsoever. They know their Otofix is reliable, and so does AUTEL, so you don't need to have the VCI updated or anything like that for connection issues or anything of that kind of thing. This is a very, very reliable scan tool, and as I said to you, I do already have one. This is a new one, you can see by the license right there, and the price is up there as well. If many of you guys wanted to know how much it is a year after, it's all there right in front of you. I like the way they've changed the whole update market. It's really, really good. You've also got the member center right here as well, which you can go into and get only coupons, membership purchases and whatever else. They've actually changed a whole lot of it, and it's really, really nice layout now. And like I said, you know, you guys know AUTEL are always doing more and more for their products with their latest software. So it's always going to be upgrading. It's always going to be the best of the best as far as I'm concerned. You really, really can't beat AUTEL for what they deliver on with their software. And Otofix, being a great company as they are, you know, they're from Germany. AUTEL is worldwide, so everyone knows both names and should know by now who both of them are. Okay guys, so now I've got the BMW software updated. Obviously you can see we've still got 40 left there, but they're not relevant, especially for this video. Obviously I'm gonna update the Porsche one and all the others later on, but right now we are gonna be reviewing this on the BMW because I wanna show you all the functions it can do on a BM. And probably later on you'll see me using it on the Porsche as well. Okay guys, so I have got it plugged up now to the BMW M5. What I'm going to go ahead and do is click diagnostics. Now the VCI is probably going to update when we do this, because obviously it might be first time. You can see here all these are due for an update right here. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're just going to click BMW so we can find it. You can see that one's updated. So obviously you can see there has a new VCI software upgrade. So we'll just click that as well, where it's read it, and obviously it will just update it. So connect to the VCI You can hear it beeping away. While it just updates it, so we'll just click update. And without doing that, it will not read the car. Obviously, it will only update once it's actually plugged up to the car. This doesn't usually take long. You would have seen many times on my videos when it's had to do this. It works pretty fast. It's only the VCI is updating. And you can see there it's just doing it very quickly. And once it's done, we'll be able to get on scanning the vehicle. If you can see there now, it's all done. So now it'll just reboot it. And then we can just click accept on here. So we're just gonna click show once. We don't wanna see that again. We can see establish connection to the VCI, okay. And it will just establish the connection. Now it'll say diagnostic program loading. Many of you would have seen what I've been able to do with the scan tool previously when I first had it. We can do automatic selection. It picks up the VIN very, very quickly and well. You'll see here, straight away it picked up the VIN and click OK. VIN decoding, we'll click yes. Now it'll just establish vehicle communication and it will load everything we need. Now obviously, bearing in mind this has the new license, it might have new features that I didn't have on my other Otofix, but I doubt it because this can only do a certain amount of things. You've got to expect that. Bear in mind it's a Bluetooth dongle, so it isn't going to allow you to program like that. If it was to allow you to program, you would have another cable like a J2534 inside, which is what AUTEL used to be able to program, but it doesn't. But this does allow you to do programming. Haven't actually used it on the Beamers as such. I have been using Launch Creator Elite for BMW, but I believe this one can do it. Do all the coding that you would need as well. It's a really, really powerful scan tool and it's well worth the money. If you're looking for a cheap, affordable scan tool that can do it all, this one ticks all the boxes for many of you guys who ask me all the time. It can do all vehicles as well, and it's more than enough of what you're going to need to use on a daily basis. You can see here we've got diagnosis, service and hot functions. So in hot functions, we'll just load it up and see what features it's got. So you can see that we've got all the BMS reset, maintenance, seats, everything you really want to do on a car. We go to service. You can see here we've got all the maintenance, pre-delivery check, powertrain, body. So you can reset all the service intervals and everything like that. Going to diagnosis, we can do an auto scan. We just run a scan on the car. And it does scan quite quickly, this scan tool, so we'll just scan it. And you can see there, it picks up the faults very, very accurately as it's scanning everything. You can see there, a lot of them coming up with no fault. Some of them are coming up with one fault. I think that's due to the battery on the car where it's just been sitting. You can see there, majority of the time, it's coming up with faults. So it reads it specifically and accurately. So if we just go into one of them so we can see, we'll see what this one is on the SMG. As you can see, clutch position, that's because one time I had the door open and I was trying to move the car, which I know what that fault code's for. But you can see there what you can and can't do. So if we just click on the module, actually, we can do an active test, general, and you can see here we got bi-directional controls, which we can control whatever we want to. We can select the gears, we can do whatever we want to do on that one. If we go into DME as well, we can do active test. And you can see here we can do all the things as well with bi-directional controls as well. Now, if you don't want to go in that way, you've got another way you can go. You can go into control unit. If you just want to find a control unit, you can go to chassis. We could just pick one off here if we really wanted to. So if we just pick, I don't know, something like this, the steering column switch, and we can do an active test. We can then do functional lighting. We can check all the steering wheel heat and wash wipe switches, the horn, reset the control unit, do what we need to do, do it whatever we really want to do on this scan tool. And like I said, it is fully bi-directional, so you can access every different module on here and be able to do what you need to do and test what you need to test. It gives accurate fault codes. I've never found this scan tool to be any issues when I've used it myself, when I'm trying to diagnose a car. And it's one of the ones, if the Launch Creator Elite doesn't work or it's too long to grab, because at the moment it's inside my house, I know I've got this in my workshop, I can just grab it and quickly use this. Majority of the time this is the one I actually go for because it's small, light, compact, just easy to get out of the box and straight away use. When I go and inspect a car, this is the one I usually bring with me because of how accurate it is and how detailed it is and what I can and can't test to find accurate fault code. For instance, if an engine management light's on, and I know I'm buying the car and I want to know what it is, you know, the seller's saying he's read the code and it's only this, I can actually check if it's actually that or something else. So that's another reason I like the scan tool. Like I said, it does offer coding as well, but I can't seem to see it on the BMW side of things. I do know it codes with Volkswagen and Audi because I've used it on that, so I know it can do coding on Volkswagen and Audi. That is for definite. As I say, on the Porsche, it's one of the ones I always go for because obviously the Launch Creator Elite for BMW I can't use. So when it comes to using a diagnostics tool, my Porsche is usually this one I usually use most of the time, which is the Otofix. But it's been a really, really good scan tool, very reliable, very quick at responding. It's not let me down. It's done everything I've ever wanted it to do. And for the price, guys, now they've actually dropped it £600 for what it is. You get 2 years free. And then it's only $219 a year, which really isn't much. And as I said, you don't actually have to feel obliged to update it because you're not going to lose any functions or features at all whatsoever. The updates are just for all the newer cars. If you are dealing with newer cars all the time, just to be able to update and keep it updated, so you'll be able to scan them and diagnose them properly. Apart from that, if you're only doing old cars, then this scan tool is perfect for you and you won't have to worry about updating it at all. Overall, guys, the Otofix is a brilliant, brilliant scan tool. I will link it in my comment box below. It's already linked in my description, so you guys can go and check it out and go and buy it if you feel you want to. But I did know I sold many of these previously because they're a great, great scan tool. Many of you guys already know you can trust AUTEL. Their customer service is absolutely phenomenal and brilliant. And if you do get any issues, they will help you sort it straight away. And so Otofix, because Otofix have got a brilliant, brilliant customer service as well. Okay, guys, so as you've seen, I've now reviewed this Otofix D1. Now, as many of you guys know, you would have seen on all my previous videos last year, I was using this for the whole year straight without fail, and I still use it to this day. As I said to you, these scan tools are really, really good. Otofix are really good. The AUTEL software inside is very, very good. Many of you guys already know that. It's very stable, very accurate, and it's very quick and it's reliable. You know, it ain't gonna let you down. You know, it ain't gonna bug you in the middle of doing a diagnostic session or if you're trying to run tests on a car. You know, it's all in one, a very, very good, well-priced scan tool. Yes, I know many of you guys seem to think £600 is a lot of money, especially when it doesn't come with a lot of things inside the box. A lot of you would rather spend £600 on a launch where you feel like you're getting more for your money, as I've said in previous videos. But overall, you cannot beat the Otofix on what you get. You've got to remember, quality over quantity, and the Otofix is AUTEL and Otofix is German, and AUTEL is probably the biggest on the market today, along with Launch. And obviously AUTEL products can be trusted. They're well used by many independent garages and garages all around the country because of how reliable and sturdy they really are. Now, if many of you guys do want to check this out, as I said to you, it will be pinned in my comment box below, and it's already in my description box. Like I said to you, this is a must-have for any home DIY. You don't need the D1 Pro unless you really want the big screen, because a small screen can do it all. The bigger screen is just a bigger screen and that's it, unless you're buying the IM1. And even if you buy the IM1, it still comes in a small tablet like this. And obviously with the IM1, if you did want to buy that because you want the key program feature, you can always buy to have the diagnostics feature on your IM1 also, because it doesn't come with it from the factory. So if you do want that, you can always add that at a later stage. My best recommendation is if you want to do key programming as well and you want to be able to do diagnostics, then buy the IM1. If you only want something that can do full diagnostics and is bi-directional and something that's going to be reliable, sturdy for at least 2 years, you'll end up making your money back, especially if you run diagnostics as a company out there on the roads, doing diagnostics for people, recovery, any of that kind of business. Then this is going to make your money back very, very quickly and easily, because you'll be able to diagnose stuff other mechanics can't do with their £30 scan tool. So it is worth the cost, and it's worth its weight in gold just alone for that reason. So thank you very much for watching, guys. And as I said to you, this product was sent to me by Otofix. I hope you guys have actually enjoyed this video, and I hope you've enjoyed the review of the Otofix D1. Thank you very much for watching, guys. It's BMW Dr. Dean here, and goodbye.